What's up, man? Game day, man. Man, what a glorious day, man. Have you guys not been anticipating this game for the last 2 weeks ever since that London trip and great victory versus the Jaguars? It is game day. It's bear down day. It is time to see what this team is made of as we head in down the stretch coming off a bye week. Man, I am fired up too, man. Like I literally got me some tickets the other day. Story to tell, a little story. I was getting ready to buy some tickets, from the Bears, and I get 2 free tickets, and any of my boys that want to come, that's more than the 2 tickets that I get comped for. We have to purchase. So contacted the Bears, the person we contacted, and I hit him up and was like, yeah, man, let me get the tickets, He was like, hey, man, it's kind of thin pickings, man. And I was just like, what do you mean thin pickings? He's like, oh, yeah, we had last 5 tickets, 400 section. I'm like, 400? Not to be bougie, but we get like at least 200 section, So I was just like, what? I was like, I don't want to sit in no 400 section, nothing against it. I just like, man, we're used to having a certain, seating. And he's like, Steve, you know how it is, you go on the road, and I said, hold on, did I ask you for Washington tickets? I was like, oh my God. I was asking for Patriots home tickets. And he was like, oh yeah, we got plenty. We got, obviously it's close to the game. I'm suspecting that place is going to be sold out for the Patriots game, but 2 weeks in advance, 2 weeks in advance, I thought I would be good. And I was, but I said the Washington, Commanders, because that's what's been on my mind. That's all I could think about is the Washington Commanders and what we're getting ready to embark on in this big, awesome, all the storylines, all the intrigue, the injuries, trying to figure things out. Hoping that these guys got a good bye week and got rested. The guys who are healthy and the guys who are injured, you hoping that, they were able to get healthier. I wasn't expecting us to have certain guys available. It's just what it is. I just never expected to see Brisker. Well, I'll take that back. I was hoping that, like, okay, 2 weeks Brisker would be ready to go. Obviously, just talk about the obvious people that are out. That's Brisker, Gordon, and Bourne is out from what I've saw in some of the injury stuff. I think there's no brainer that he's out still. We'll talk about the other people. We'll just talk about 2 big secondary starters out for us, and that's Gordon and Brisker. And I thought hopefully like that Brisker would be, didn't make the trip to London and had the extra bye week. But obviously you don't, that's one thing you can't put a timetable on is in your head. You can put timetables on everything else, but that brain is something that you see how long Tua have been out, and obviously he's had multiple concussions in the past, and so is Brisker. He's had some concussion issues. When somebody is a repeat person who has concussions, you will see maybe it lingers a little longer. It's a little more fragile situation. So I'm hoping and praying this not just from the standpoint of just having him available and playing on the field, that he's getting healthy and he's feeling better soon as a human being and just being a former player. I'm hoping he's doing good, but obviously the selfishness is you want to see him out of here. He's a great player. He's an impact player for us. He changes the game for our defense, and he's starting to become that real enforcer. But, the hits and things that he does, you pay the price for those hits. You pay the price for those, and let me adjust a little bit. You pay the price for those hits, and even though he laid dude out, he paid the price, but it's taking a long time. So it's just something we got to keep watching. You would rather have him ready to go than, not. So, when it comes to Gordon, I just knew he was out. I knew that hamstring is a tough one, and we're lucky we don't. I don't know if they really ever gave a timetable. I didn't see anything. I don't know if anybody else seen the timetable as far as they gave for Gordon, but I was just suspecting that he was going to be out maybe 2 to 4 weeks, and I'm hoping that this like just really the 4 weeks. Hope it's not more than 4 weeks. And you just want him down the stretch. If we're looking at a team that's a playoff team, we need these guys healthy and 100% when they step back on the field. So we need them down the stretch and healthy and ready to go. Obviously, we need to be able to win games and stay competitive. And I think we are. This team is built with the depth to be able to handle this. And we're going to find out today. We're going to find out very quickly how depth plays a factor for this team as we go into this big ball game. And I bet, and the number one news, on the Washington side, the only person I care about on their side of the ball is Jaden Daniels. Was he going to be available today to play? So you heard all these different reports because, obviously both teams are doing really well. Both teams are at this pinnacle where, I think Washington's, is a little more shocking than the Bears. I think the Bears it was this anticipation that the Bears are going to be a good team this year, a better team. But Washington, I don't think that was the case. I think that, it may be a year out. So the fact that Jaden Daniels has brought this, amazing credibility to their offense and to this team as the quarterback, their franchise quarterback of now and in the future, has speed things up. Cliff Kingsbury over there calling the offense. It's definitely been a major factor in what they're doing, and that's going to be one of the big keys to this. We always talk about the offense, and we'll talk about that a little bit. But we always talk about the offense, but that's going to be the offense versus defense. I think it's going to be a major key to this game, and I'll get back to that momentarily. But as we continue to go down, and get back to Jaden Daniels, he's supposedly ready to go. He's just came across on ESPN that he's available, that he's all systems to go with that rib injury. The thing was on Friday, I think was it Friday or Thursday? I think it was Friday. Nobody saw him on the practice field, but supposedly he was inside the indoor stadium throwing the ball and getting a workout in. So kind of in a private workout, that nobody can see, keeping it private, see where he, because you don't want to have anything. I don't know, media's out, only allowed on the field at certain times, but, sometimes you really do have to keep those things very secretive. And his availability. So they played that thing down, and I knew it was going to be a game time decision, but reports are coming out, and I felt like he was going to play. I think the kid's a competitor. He's a hell of a player. And I think he didn't want to miss this opportunity to go against Caleb Williams in this big showdown, and that's why we're flexed to both teams on the verge, moving up the ladder as far as, the franchise and, as success is concerned. So you put these flex, and you talked about it on Bear Down with Big Steve, 2 weeks ago. And hey, welcome back. I took all last week off. Y'all saw me on Tape Never Lies with Phil and Shane. I popped in on there. But yeah, it's been a while. But 2 weeks ago, Ivan mentioned about, and he called it, about this game being flexed. And of course, it got flexed and put on, primetime national TV. So, because the two young stars that went 1 and 2 are matching up, but also two good teams that are on the verge right now and coming up. So it's going to be the test of like what team is going to, who's for real. Like, I don't think you could put too much on this, but you want to find out of the two teams, since they're matching up, who's about that life. And this is what this is going to be about. Who's about this life, and who's going to be, who's going to be the team that's really showing that they're for real today. The Bears are on the road. We don't have a good track record on the road. Eberflus has not really won done well since he's been here in his tenure with the Bears on the road. So we're looking at an opportunity to kind of change this stigma. This is a big challenge for him. How he manages, he's going against Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn is somebody, we could have probably had a couple years ago, over Eberflus. Dan Quinn is a heck of a coach. You know what I mean? He's got a great track record. Oh, surprise, surprise. We got somebody in Washington popping in. Popping in. Hold on. What's going on?
There we go.
What's up, people?
What's going on?
What up, Steve?
What's going on?
Not much. We just got here.
What's going on, Sherry? What's going on? How y'all doing?
Much. Just get to the stadium, ready to get this W.
Oh, yeah. It's W time. I was just talking about the anticipation and excitement. You got your Caleb Williams orange on, huh?
Yep.
All right. Did y'all do some tailgating today or what?
Yeah, we went a little tailgate. We went to the bar earlier with Chicago Dave. He was pretty cool, man. There's a great fucking atmosphere. Had some drinks there. We're going to hang out. We're actually trying to find a tailgate right now, trying to get a hold of Tampa Taylor and a couple other people to meet up, and then we're going to head into the stadium, get ready for this game.
Oh, okay. Man, that's what's up, man. How's Bears Nation out there? Are we deep? The question, are we deep?
Yeah. Oh, no, there's a ton of Bears fans out here representing. Like you can see just walking in, it's a good mix of Bears fans in here.
Oh, man, that's what's up, man. So obviously, I don't know if you saw, Jaden Daniels supposedly reports out of ESPN that he is good to go, which we suspected was going to happen. That he was going to play. I thought he was. I didn't think it was not a doubt, even though he didn't, practice at all. I said I just had that feeling. Obviously, when I heard that he was inside the indoor facility having a private throwing session, I said that all signs lean towards him playing in this game. It's too big of a game. I think he's a talented kid. He's a competitor. He's not going to miss this opportunity unless it was just that bad. And they would say in this day-to-day, game-to-game situation, game time decision. But here we are. I think he's all system go. And this is what we wanted. We wanted this matchup. We wanted to see what this defense is going to do against this guy. How are you guys feeling about what we got going on today? And you guys in the atmosphere?
Feeling great.
Yeah,
ready. They got it's hype. So I'm ready to, like I say, I do think our defense is gonna step up, but I'm happy that we playing their best,
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's a consensus. We all wanted this game. We didn't move this, they didn't move this game up for Marcus Mariota. I said it plenty of times. Like, this is Caleb versus Jaden, 1 versus 2. This is a marquee matchup, and this could be a matchup for years to come. So to get to see it for the first time here in Maryland, it's pretty awesome, man. Like, I'm excited. Everybody here is excited. The big thing for the Bears defense, again, just make them one-dimensional. Eliminate the run game. Try to keep him in the pocket as much as possible, and I think the injury is going to keep him in the pocket as well a little bit more than he would probably like if he was healthy 100%. But it is what it is. Stop the run, make him one-dimensional, get that pass rush going.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We got to contain them, and I said my shock of the game, or what do we call it? When I came on, Tape Never Lies. Not my prediction, but what it was my bold prediction. I think they said it was Sweat having 4 sacks. He needs to have his breakout game back in his former team. Not only just him, we just need this D line to get after this guy. We need to make his life miserable. And obviously, we're down a couple guys. I still don't expect too much of fall off. We still got Jalen Johnson who can take half the field away. And then we still have our linebackers who can run to the ball, fly all over the place. I expect us to make life miserable and let's confuse him. I don't think he's seen a defense like this yet.
Right.
It's going to be key. I'm like, and drive him like, hey, we get opportunities. We need to be nasty. We can't be nice. Hit those damn ribs. Test those bad boys off. It's time to have. I got some ribs. I'm getting put on the grill. I need some of those Jaden Daniels ribs on my grill today.
Damn right. Yeah, and like you said, Steve, just and I wouldn't even care, to be honest with you, if somebody got a 15-yarder early. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, like just test him. He's going out there. He's injured. Test him. See if he can do it. It's just football. It is what it is. Like I think if the Chicago Bears defense could get 2 turnovers in this game, they're going to win the ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's going to be one big key the success of this team, getting the ball, making him make some bad decisions and getting the ball back for the offense. And and I think the focus for once is now being put on our defense. I think our defense has just done everything they're supposed to do. Obviously we still want to see the growth with this offense. We don't want to see them take a step back. But for once, we know this defense the spotlight is on this defense and how elite it is. Can you take a young rookie quarterback and make him look like a rookie? And stop making him look like and do what other teams couldn't do and make him not look like an MVP player and make him look like a rookie today. And that's what I want to see. No matter who's in there at the game, we got Briscoe's out, but we have great depth. We need to show that depth, and you need depth to be good in this NFL in this league. So the fact that they've addressed that, let's see it. No excuses. Let's go out here and have a dominant game. And let's put the midfield on notice. I think the Bears are still putting teams on notice, right? We're not a done product. People are questioning our victories. So it's time to start getting these nice and keep, we win this one. Obviously, it's focused on that. Then it's on to Arizona, who's not a bad team at all. So obviously first this one, but the key is to get on the road and let's win 2 on the road and let's get back to Chicago. And I almost ended up out there with you. I was telling the family this is what happened. I was trying to buy the Patriots tickets on Friday, and I was saying, I was like, I sent Washington to him, and he was about to give me the Washington. I would have had to get my ass on the flight, like, hey, you know what? Fuck it. I would have been like on the flight this morning or something.
That's what me and Carrie did. We shot out here this morning, got to the hotel, we hung out for a bit, and then right on over here. But
so you flew out this morning?
Yeah, we just flew out this morning. We're gonna fly back tomorrow morning around 9 or something like that. But
okay, that's what's up, man.
I'm just like you were saying, Big Steve, like this is the game we've all wanted. Like we're waiting for right now. Like so far this season, like this is the first big test I feel like for the Bears as a whole. Like can you have a complete game against a top-notch team in the league? You know what I'm saying? Can you do that? And the defense of Washington they're not world beaters. They're not a top level defense. So you can take advantage of opportunities. You have to. So for me, I'm looking forward to the game. I'm gonna just say peace out right here. But looking forward to the game. Can't wait to see how the Bears do. I'm hoping that Caleb Williams lights it up, man. This is the spotlight. This is the show. So let's see what you do.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Ivan, man, coming in on the grounds in Washington with the Commanders, the Bears versus Commanders. And what's your prediction again, so they know it?
I had it 30-17 Bears.
Oh, keeping them teams under 20 is what Ivan's going with, and the Bears exploding for 30 points. I would love to see that happen today, and we'll be feeling really good.
Hey, bye, guys.
A prediction?
Yes, sir.
You want a prediction? You want a prediction? Get your predictions in.
Of course, Bears gonna win 32-24.
Oh,
40-10 Bears.
High score. And I don't know who that Washington guy is in the background, but we don't need any of his.
No, he'll
Yeah. Get that guy out of here.
All right, Steve.
All right, peace. All right, have a good time. All right, man. That's Ivan on location in Washington, D.C. for the big game, which is upon us very quickly. I just want to make sure I go through some things and a couple of things to go finish a couple scenarios, and we kind of tackled some things there that we were going to talk about. obviously finishing the injury. Obviously, let's talk about the transactions with Velus Jones and Blasingame being released. Obviously, Blasingame was the fullback and was a guy whose role was getting taken up by Kramer. Obviously the fullback position has been kind of a position that has been a dying, position, but it's kind of had a little resurgence, but it's been used in a different way. You think about San Francisco and some of these other teams that use a fullback. They use him more in like a hybrid H-back type of guy. The guy can be multifaceted. You don't really see a guy who's like, hey, you're a true fullback, blocking fullback. So I think the Bears taking up a roster spot. Obviously, he got hurt. That's not good for him. Obviously, takes away your value. And then Kramer starts showing his ability to line up in the backfield and be pretty efficient at blocking. And that allows you to move on for him. And Velus Jones obviously been inactive since that Titans game where he bobbled a snap, could not continue, just continue to struggle with fielding the ball. That was what he was brought into. They use his speed on the return game, and he was not able to produce. So just it was a matter of time keeping him on the roster until that happened. So Travis Homer was a guy. I think we don't have any idea yet. I don't know if inactives have come out yet. One of the big things I think I'm expecting to see Terrell Smith coming back from injury. Terrell Smith was always our fourth corner. And then we got Stevenson, who both full practice towards the end of the week this past week. So we're looking at these guys contributing right away. And providing that quality, Stevenson's a damn near starter. He's the third corner. So we're expecting him to come. He's coming off that calf. So we'll see how he does. I was kind of, iffy if he was going to be available. Obviously he's healed up. The bye week helped. It's awesome to have him back. And then Terrell Smith, if he's playing today, it looks like it. He's going to step into that third role. I think, that kind of obviously Gordon, the way he was playing, Kyler Gordon was playing, was lights out. He was having, I think, like a Pro Bowl type year. And he was playing his best game before he got injured. But I think the depth is what makes us really good in this secondary. And I think that's going to show up today and helping us. Zach Pickens, I think he returned to practice. Will he be available? Obviously, that D tackle depth will help, and Jacob Martin also have been back to practice at D tackle. So we could see some little more depth at that D tackle position, possibly helping with that rotation, as it's going to be very important that we get after the quarterback, keeping guys fresh, adding new dimensions and guys that I want to see Zach Pickens. He's in his second year. I want to start seeing him get out there and having a also inactive Pickens. Okay, let me look what you guys are talking about here. Inactive today. So let me stop talking about him. I was hoping that Pickens was going to be out there. We got Nate Davis, a healthy scratch. It does look, all signs looks like Nate Davis is probably going to be somebody who's going to be traded. He has value. He's an NFL starter. You're going to practically get him for free if you're a team that's looking for some O-line help. There, believe it or not, there's some teams that might be in a worse situation than us in the O-line, believe it or not. Or they're just injured and they have a good O-line and they just need another piece, a veteran piece that might be better than, they have. So I think there's a market for a guy who has quality starts. What would we get for him? Probably not much. Well, you might get a 6th rounder out of him or something, especially depending on how much of a need, you might get a 5th. So I just don't think he's going to be around. It's just looking like it's not going to happen. Obviously, there's been a lot of trade rumors. Brom could be a guy who's a trade piece. So we'll kind of follow that. Man, I thought it was the dead trade deadline was this week. The way everybody was like, we need to make this trade. It's a trade. It was just like this desperate, trade talk was going. And I felt like it was this week, the deadline. It's not until November 5th or 6th or something like that. So We got a couple weeks before we see if we get Myles Garrett. You know what I mean? That'll be insane. We'll talk about that more come tomorrow on Bear Down with Big Steve. And I'm Big Steve, by the way. Yeah, so it's just gonna be Jane Daniels. He's playing. I think he's playing. There's no secret. They didn't move it like Ivan said. They didn't move this thing up to see Marcus Mariota. Now we may see him if Jaden Daniels takes a big hit. So we got to be prepared for Marcus Mariota, and I'm sure they are. I haven't not knowing who they're preparing for, but I'm hoping that the Bears are smart enough to know there's a good chance that we see Jaden Daniels. So it's just one of those funny situations you got to kind of prepare for both. But the Bears defense, man, they're on spotlight today. More so always the stories has been Caleb, and it's going to be that. It's going to be Caleb versus Jaden. But for me, I want to see our defense rise up. Take this guy away, make him look like a rookie, and stop making him look like a rookie MVP that many want to crown him as, so far. And granted, he has played well, but I don't think he's seen a defense like ours. And we have to like minimize this guy. We have to get after the kid. We got to keep him in the pocket. He might not be on the move, but we can't think that he's not going to try to scramble. I've seen this kid to get this fucking lights knocked out in college. And he keeps coming. Like you see some of those hits, they was talking about how skinny and frail he is. He took some of those bombastic hits in college. It doesn't stop this kid, man. He's a little fearless, man. So let's make him pay if he wants to get outside that pocket, but let's keep him inside the pocket as well. Critical Drinker saying he is starting. All right, so that's not in the question anymore. Jaden Daniels is going to get the start, and our defense needs to get after it. We are so far, I think we have 18 sacks, or 7 interceptions, 4 TDs allowed on the season. We need to play lights out, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Jalen Johnson versus Terry McLaurin. I want to see him take him. I want to see. I don't know if he's traveling, but I think the Jalen Johnson impact needs to happen today. It needs to happen. We need him to take half the field away. Make it really, really difficult. We need Jalen Johnson to do Jalen Johnson stuff, which is top 3 cornerback in this NFL league. He needs to be the guy that he is, the super confident. It's been amazing to watch his journey and how he's become this guy out of Utah for us, and that we got the deal done to lock him in. I'm excited about his impact in this game, taking away half the field, locking things down, making it difficult for Jaden. And I want to see Jaden Daniels. I think he has to go Nance that he might try to test it. I think he has to go Nance like, I'm gonna go at this guy. And this is when Jalen Johnson needs to make him pay. It's going to be a great game. What an exciting day it is today, man. To sit here and watch and get ready for a big game like this. I'm excited. I know you guys are all excited for what we've been getting ready to embark on. We need Caleb, and let's talk about the offense. It's been so much about Jaden Daniels and this Bears defense and where we at with injuries and, us stepping up and finally showing who we are. Obviously, real quick point, we have to stop the run. Brian Robinson, we got to contain him. Zach Ertz has been low-key having a good year. Low-key, Ertz he's a weapon. And Jaden Daniels likes to go to him. So we got to make sure, and that's Tremaine Edmonds, that's TJ Edwards, having a big impact when it comes to, taking care of those tight ends. It's going to be important that we stop the run. They're going to try to get the run game going. Best believe they're going to try to get the run game going to support Jaden Daniels, especially with that injury. Lean on the run game that we have not been that strong against. So we have to, establish ourselves against the run and make sure we not establish, but we come a steel curtain against that. Still in the Pittsburgh stuff, but we need to be a steel curtain. We're getting some. Hopefully, Pickens is out, but hopefully, I'm thinking hopefully Jacob Martin's in the rotation. Billings and those guys, Javon Dexter. We need to show out. So Javon Dexter, we need you to continue to be Javon Dexter. Keep taking it to another level. Offensively, I just want to see this offense continue to go. Like, I'm excited still. Don't get it twisted. I'm excited to see our offense continue to take these steps. We should be coming back healthier. I feel like we should come back more explosive. A healthier Keenan Allen, having time off. An O-line that was a little bit banged up, and playing O-line, you get banged up. So having that time to kind of heal up, especially like a Tevin Jenkins. Darnell Wright had the shoulder, so everybody had a little banged up. A group that's been under pressure. They've been all right, but I think we're still that group is still a group that I think if there's going to be any setback to this team, it's going to be the O-line. If there's going to be any concern that's going to let this team down, I think it's going to be within that O-line, even though they've been playing great. Not great, but they're playing good lately. I need to keep continue to see them take those steps. I don't want to see them take things personal. Because they got wind blasted, man. Like just only a few weeks ago with that damn play where they all were on their ass and became a damn meme. I want to see them come back healthy, man, establish themselves today, man, feeling good about themselves, bodies feeling good, coming off the ball, protect Caleb. Caleb keep be in control of this offense. Get them in the flow. Let's get a good start early. Great success on your first drive. Let's get points. Consistent drives. Our identity. Get on the center. Let's get Swift going. Let's go. Screen game when it's necessary, built in based on us running the ball and having a nice natural flow, not trying to set coming out throwing screens in the first 3 plays, 4 plays, 5 plays, or whatever. Let's set things up. Let's set it up with the run game. Let's freaking go, man. I'm excited, man. My prediction, I think I was at 24-17 last week on Tape Never Lies, on Keeping It 100. Sorry. With the boys, Phil and Shane, I said 24-7. Everybody's gunning up high. I'm going to alter this. I'm altering my score. I'm keeping 24 for the Bears. I'm taking 3 away from the Washington Redskins. I'm going 24-14. Small alteration to my score. The Bears are winning. I know some people have taken Washington. They're taking Washington with the fact that, like, hey, I don't want, maybe because you don't want to jinx something. And you'll rather look wrong with Bears winning than to pick the Bears. And, I understand. But I got the Bears 24-14. What do you guys got? I got John S. 23-10. All right. Got 24-17. I just changed that was my score last week or on Wednesday. Changed it. Sean Hall, 31-13. Got the Bears in the 30s today. We got the Bears exploding. Sorry about that. Critical Drinker, 35-20. Tonic Coker, 52-17. Bears showing out. You got the Bears showing out. I would love to see it. Love to see it. We got Rob, 27-13. All right, we're pretty much on the same marker, almost there, Rob. But hey, guys, listen. It's time. I'm not going to hold you guys up, let you go get your last minute things that you need. I'm about to go finish up. I got a dang tomahawk steak that's got to go on the grill. I need to get that thing done before game time. so I can sit my butt down. All right. Can't miss the kickoff. All right, go get your fiddles, your food, your drinks, your bourbon. All right, there we go. I need some bourbon sponsorship, by the way. Damn, turn this thing. All right, I got the Redwood Empire today. I'm gonna sip on that today. What is this? 96 proof. I'm staying under the hundreds today. I'm not going anything higher than 100 proof on the bourbon tip. But hey guys, listen. It's on and popping. All right, let me get in with a couple guys before we get out. Juju, 65-3. My Lord. I hope it happens. We got to bear down, critical drinker. All right. All right. And guess what, guys? I'm going to get on out of here because I can't take it any longer. I'm ready to roll. Hey, let's bear down today. Let's see a great game. You know, you could catch the post-game action. All right. We're feeling shame right after the game. All right. So hopefully it's going to be a great victory. All right. Tune into that. I'm excited to have a great victory and listen to Feel the Shame break the thing down. And hopefully it's in a positive manner that we don't have to get on nobody. And we're talking about another great Bears week victory that makes it 4 in a row. That's what we're hoping for. And taking ourselves out to Arizona, just getting one step closer to getting back home to Chicago. And hopefully we can make this a 5-game win streak at the end of this thing before we get home. But, hey, the focus is today. We need it today. Big game for us Bears fans. It feels like first big game we've had in a long time. I'll check you guys later. All right. All love. Let's bear down. Let's get this W. Peace out.